Hi everybody, welcome to my homestead and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to be going over this again. President Nelson looking up because he does it quite a bit. There was a comment that was left that kind of pointed out some of the different times that he does it. So I decided to look them all up and I'm going to show you. So if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, like this video if you end up liking it. Make sure to leave your comments and your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And then also make sure to share this because this is really interesting, and I think I have a pretty good collection here of him looking up that other people might want to see. So this video started with this comment here by Teresa Washington. Now, I've spoken with her before about President Nelson looking up. We were talking about it when President Nelson did his New Year's Day post on social media where it has a picture of him hiking with a red hat looking straight up into the sky, right? And so a lot of us were talking about this and how, we've noticed him look up before in general conference and, speculating, is he actually like maybe seeing something? Or is it just kind of like a personal, a personality quirk? I don't think so. He's a prophet. I don't know if he's actually seeing anything, but definitely, um, stuff is really on his mind, I think, causing him to look up if he's not actually seeing something when he looks up. So, this is what Teresa said. Um, Let me zoom in here so you can see it better. Over the last couple of days, I decided to watch all of President Nelson's talks from the last 2 years, or basically since the start of the pandemic. I wanted to know exactly what videos he looks up in and share here. It was also fun to listen to all that he said over the last 2 years. It also takes a bit more of intent listening when you're keeping constant eye contact. Laugh out loud. Before I list them, I thought I'd add that besides it taking a very long time to listen to more than 2 years worth of videos, I specifically chose just the last 2 years because there wasn't supposed to be anyone in the conference center or the other location, the one with the fiery background. I figured if there were people in the conference center, then he would just assume he was looking up at the Oh, then one would just assume he was looking at the upper balconies, and there really wouldn't be a way to rule it out. Okay, that makes sense. So here it goes. Then she gives the references here. Now, I looked up all these and I'm going to show you, and then I actually found a couple more. So within the last 2 years, what Teresa was able to find was one, two, three, four different instances. So here you have the tabs up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I was able to find two more in 2019. So like she said, she just covered 2021 and 2022, and then I found a couple in 2019. I follow her logic on that, but just because it's so um, prevalent in such a pattern, I kind of tend to think that he really is, regardless of whether uh, the conference center is full. I think he really is having some kind of experience. Again, maybe he's not actually saying anything. Maybe he's just, it's really on his mind. He's thinking about the Lord, and so he just kind of like naturally looks up. But also, we can't rule out that, that he's seeing something. So, okay, so without further ado, let me just show you. I paused on all the times where he's looking up. Here's the October 2021 General Conference, the Temple, and your spiritual foundation. And just look at his face. You need to, like, not only is he looking up, but watch and look at the expressions on his face as he's doing it. It really feels like what's on his mind is very profound and very spiritual. Just look at his face right there. Okay, now let's go to this one. Christ is risen. Faith in him will move mountains. April 2021. And he's looking up. And I noticed that with these, he's usually talking about Christ when he looks up, specifically about Christ. Okay, now let's go to COVID-19 in temples, President M. Russell Nelson, April 2021. Look at that face. Look at this face right here. Look at his eyebrows. It's like he's beholding something amazing. That's the face you make when you're like taken aback looking at angels or at Christ. You know, look at this and then look at this one. My gosh. Okay, let's go on to the next one. This one is a little bit more subtle. He just kind of does like a quick looking up, but nevertheless, he does it. This is Go Forward in Faith, uh, April 2020 General Conference. Okay, now let's go to the two that I found. There's this one, looking up, October 2019 General Conference. Does it have the name of it? No. Okay, and then this one right here. This one again. This is also subtle. It was hard to pause on this one, but he does like a look up with his eyes. All right, and then the one over here, where he flat out obviously takes a picture or has a picture taken of him looking up, and then shares it on social media. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if there are more instances of this. If you're able to find any more, feel free to share them. Thank you, Teresa, for sharing these because I didn't realize that he was doing it so much. I thought that there was like maybe just like one or two times, but clearly it's a pattern. And again, when you couple what he's doing with his facial expression, it's priceless, especially in these two right here. This one and this one. And I I might say these two are some of the later, okay, because this was April 2021 and this one is October 2021. So it's almost like the intensity goes up. Okay, so let me put it in order actually. Okay, let me put it in order. Let's see, April, October. Let's see, what is this? April 2020, and then this is April 2021. April 2021. Okay, October 20. Okay, so now I have it in chronological order. So look how the intensity goes up. So here it's just kind of like a look up. Over here it's a look up with kind of like a smile or like a grin. This one also kind of the same thing. And again, I'm sorry, I wasn't able to get it on at the exact right moment with some of these, so you might consider going and just watching it yourself. Okay, and now in 2021, now it's starting to look like, whoa, Christ is closer, or wow, I am starting to really see things. And then there's this one. Gosh, and look at this face right here. Now, to be fair, yeah, like whenever I know that you've had this experience, you're watching Netflix or you're watching Hulu or YouTube, you pause and like people have, crazy expressions just because it's paused at just the right time. But in this case, again, you can go and check it for yourself. I feel like they really are actually having these expressions. It's not just like catching them at a bad point or something like that. They really he really is having these expressions. And then the last one here, looking up, very obvious, intentional photo, and smiling as he's looking up, like he's full of awe, is what it feels like. Okay, so thank you, Teresa, for finding that and being willing to share it here on the channel. If anyone else has anything to add, I would appreciate it. I think it's incredible. I don't recall any other prophet doing this. Of course, I wasn't looking, but there was obviously some of us that noticed it, right? Without like watching too closely, there were those of us that noticed him doing it and it stuck in our mind. So it's not like we were like closely watching for him to do this. It just stuck out. And again, I don't remember anything like that in the past with like President Monson or President Hinckley or um, Ezra Taft Benson and so on and so forth. Who knows? This isn't like a comprehensive study into this, but um, let me know. Do you guys remember President Monson doing this? Do you remember President Hinckley doing this? I feel like maybe that would have stuck in our minds the same way that it did with President Nelson. So it's fascinating times that we're living in. He there's something special going on. As I was like looking through these videos, I came across his "Come Follow Me" talk, the one where he says time is running out, and you should go back and watch that. I'll put that one in the description below as well. He actually, when he says time is running out, he like leans in to the mic as though to like really stress the point. Okay, it wasn't just like a casual statement. He leans into the mic as though to be like, "Hey, time is running out," like in that way. So that's at the end of the talk. So, and it seems like most of these are actually toward the end of the talk. Let's see. Yeah, toward the end, end, end. So, if you're wanting to further this research, quote unquote, you might, if you want to like do it just a little bit quicker, you might check the end of his talks because it seems like that's where he does it. But he might also do it toward the middle as well. Okay, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope this gave you something to think about. Again, thank you, Teresa Washington, for sharing this and talking about this here on the channel. If you guys haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, like this video if you liked it, leave your thoughts and comments and additional information below, and then also make sure to share this. I think that this would probably interest a lot of people, and I'll talk to you guys later.